Welcome back, Talk family, and thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Talk the Talk. We are now in season 3 and this is episode 4. I'm your host Desh Palay-Bechin, and joining me today is Nicky van Wyk, pricing specialist at Auto Pedigree head office, which is also part of the Motors Group. Now, Nicky is a hard worker and is always up for a challenge, as she believes a person never stops learning and growing professionally and personally. She strongly believes that attention to detail is a big part of success in any role or duty, and she performs hers with excellence. Now, I think this is one of the reasons why she was nominated for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards 2022. So without further ado, let's welcome Nicky. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions and Evo by Nedbank. Hello Nicky, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Only a pleasure.
And congratulations on reaching the top 300 for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards.
Thanks, I really feel honored to be part of that.
And how has the journey been so far? Has it been great for you?
Yes, no, it's exciting. I think it's exciting times lying ahead for us.
Absolutely. So, you know, it's always important for me to bring this into our conversation, that it's not about winning. This is not a competition. You're already a winner. And it's all about using this recognition and this achievement to pay it forward and to, to encourage, empower and uplift other women in the motoring trade, and also those that want to join our trade. So I thank you again for using this opportunity to do that for us. Thank you.
Thank you for the interview.
You're welcome. So Nicky, tell us more about your journey in the motoring trade, because we do want votes now, so let's talk, let's introduce you more further into our network.
Well, I started in the motor industry in 2012 with Blue Spec Holdings. I started as a receptionist, and from there I was the PA and worked myself up within 3 years to be a fleet manager. So after that I moved over to Auto Pedigree head office, and I joined their team from 2015, and I started as a PA for the CEO Corneille, and then the MD, and then I moved over to a pricing specialist, where I priced the vehicles with Fani Kleinans, our MD, and now I am busy with studies for health and safety. So because I'm also doing health and safety for the branches, where we assist with training like firefighting, first aid. So I say thank you for Auto Pedigree to give me this opportunity and support me in my journey to learn more about health and safety, and assist Auto Pedigree to train the staff how to be a firefighter, first aider.
Wow, that must be so interesting. You see, you literally can do anything in the motoring trade. Tell me, how do you feel about these women empowerment initiatives?
I think it's a good thing, and I think the things that you and your team do, and Nedbank that supports you guys, encourage us women to be better in what we do, and encourage us to uplift ourselves in a man's world. We can also do what a man can do.
Absolutely.
And I think it's a great opportunity to be recognized as women in a man's world.
Definitely.
So it is really an honor to be recognized.
And in terms of women in the industry, why do you think women do well?
Well, I think we do well because we handle certain situations better than men. I think we are more gentle when it comes to difficult situations, or maybe if somebody needs discipline or something like that. I think we are more in a gentle way. Then men are maybe more harsh, and I think we're more attention to detail. So I think we are, we're strong as men in the motor industry.
Yes, and in terms of your inspiration, who has inspired you?
My inspiration is the Lord and myself. So if it wasn't for the Lord, then I wouldn't have been here, sitting here today. And He gives me the strength and the courage and the knowledge to, to be better, and to help me grow. And I'm a person, like you said, I'm a go-getter. So I like to succeed in what I do. I don't want to be in one position. I want to grow. I want to expand my horizon. So, if it wasn't for the Lord that, give you that strength, we wouldn't be able to be where we are today.
Definitely. And then why yourself?
Why myself? Like I said, I think the morals my parents let us grow up taught us that when you want to achieve something in life, you have to work hard to get it. And that I think everything that I've done in my life and that up until today, what I achieved, I've done by myself, and that is, my parents was there to support me, but they didn't give me money or they didn't buy me stuff. I had to work where I am today. And I think that is why I'm an inspiration for myself, because I had that ability to work myself up and to get where I am today.
And definitely, Nicky, and the reason I wanted you to answer that second part of the question, why yourself, you said the Lord and then you said yourself, and it's important for you to share that, the fact that you are the one that found the inner strength, the courage and the determination within yourself. It's so important for women to recognize their strengths and to, to consider themselves as their own inspiration, especially when they've come so far. I know you've come from Richards Bay, little town and city, and you literally had to make the sacrifices that you've made to be where you are today. And you have 2 kids, a wonderful supportive husband, you have a business on the side as well, and we're hustling, you're a hustler, and at the end of the day you're doing well, and it's important for you to recognize that. How do you deal though with a bad day? And one of your kids as well, not very well in terms of their health, and I know they have a knee problem, you've got to go to the doctors quite often, but you balance all of this so well. How do you do it, and how do you deal with a bad day?
Well, with a bad day is, like I said, you get to times where if it's a bad day, then you react on how did that at that moment. But when you get home and you see your kids, and it's like your whole day feels better, and you can hug them and they make your day feel better and stuff like that. And I think it's always important to have a balance in your life. When you're at work, you work hard. When you're at home, then you spend time with your family, and you give their support from your to your family and spend some time with them. So there should be always a balance. in life. And like my daughter's got this hip dislocation where she had an operation, but she's also a very strong person. So
well, she has you as a mother.
So she doesn't let anything get her down. She's doing great, and she's just, her hip is doing very well. So there's no complications. So,
that's amazing. And you, like we talked about your success and how you've moved up the ranks from a receptionist to working with the MDs, and Corné Venter is one of your leaders as well.
Yes.
Deep respect for the man. Heard his name on this platform so many times. Need to invite him into studio one day. But how do you measure the success?
I measure the success by, you have to have a purpose in life. If you don't have a purpose in life, how can you succeed? And you have to achieve your individual goals that you set for yourself. And you have to take responsibilities for those goals that you set. It's responsibilities that goes with the goals. And for being loved by your family and having their support, that is how you succeed in life.
And who's the most interesting or even inspiring person that you've ever met?
Corné Venter. He's a very, the knowledge that he has, and if you talk to him, he's a very inspiring person to talk to. The knowledge that he has, he knows a lot, and you can always go to him if you need some advice or anything, you know, we have a lot of talks, me and Cornay, so that's why I say he's one of the inspiring persons.
Okay, and what is there something that you're really proud of, and why?
I am very proud of my family.
Yes.
My husband and my 2 kids. I mean,
that's an achievement in its own. It really is.
Yeah. So if I think of what we all went through and stuff like that with my child's hip, and I see the long hours that my husband puts in. My son, that he's 4 now. He's turning 5. And he's #1 in his top 5 in his grade. So,
wow.
You know, my kids are also good achievers, if I can say that.
Yes.
They don't like losing. They want to be better themselves. And to see how they grow in their little human bodies and become their own little people and person. So I think I'm very proud of my family and part of my family.
Nicky, is there any advice that you'd like to give to women that want to join the motoring trade?
Well, I would say is once you set your goals, go for it. Don't let anybody bring you down or say you can't do it.
Yeah.
You have to be firm, you have to have a strong personality and be able to stick to what you believe.
Right.
Believe in yourself, have faith in yourself.
Absolutely.
And don't let anybody down around you, because the motor industry is tough.
Yes.
You have to be firm, you have to be tough.
And it's important, as I said earlier on as well, in one of my other interviews, but walking from failure to failure with enthusiasm is important.
Yes.
You know, failure is the best teacher, and you just need to find that inner strength and that hustle inside of you to move forward. So that's very important. Is there anything that you'd like to add to this conversation?
No, I just want to say thank you for the interview and for your team and for your support, and that what Nedbank does for the women industry, and it gives us that motivation to say we are being recognized, because you don't always get recognized to what you do, and then you feel like, you know, do anybody see what you're doing and things like that. So,
well, I see you, girl. I see you.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Nicky. And thank you for being a supporter from the time you've been nominated, from the time I've gotten to know you. You're always present on our pages, following us, sharing and commenting or liking, whatever the case may be. All of those small act of kindness contributes to wanting us to propel forward and to make this work. So thank you.
Pleasure.
Viewers, thank you so much for watching, commenting and sharing our interviews and content. Our non-profit companies, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC, and Evo by Nedbank, and the Talk Studios, powered by Sariti Solutions and Evo by Nedbank, are aimed at recognizing and celebrating the women of motoring South Africa. We are not just telling stories, we are changing lives. Together, we aim to empower and uplift the women of our trade. For those of you that are searching for your new ride, please visit www.auto.evo.africa. We have thousands of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is incredibly user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews and car maintenance tips and advice, all courtesy of Talk the Talk Studios. So ladies, as you've heard, to be successful, you need to be ambitious. Ambitious people will see that they are capable of doing their best and being the best at what they do. If you feel that you are not good enough or not capable, then you can be unlikely to try and reach your goals of success. If you can believe in yourself and try your best, you can become a lot more ambitious. Having a strong desire to succeed is part of the journey to actually succeeding. So if you know what you want to achieve and you have the determination and the drive to go for it, this can really help you. And on that note, I would like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me. It should always be who's going to stop me.